In this hand, Rob Young bets because
I have a beautiful hand here.
Patrick does Patrick things and Rob bets again. Is this play pure madness or genius? Only Yusuf's action can define that. Hi, I'm Arnold and I analyze PLO hands in depth that are played in live games. First, big blind versus straddle is almost equivalent to small blind versus big blind without any straddle. Yusuf should have a limping range and a raising range. This hand can play raise fold or limp call. I think limping is better because of the additional dead money, because the small blind folded his hand. So the limp is cheaper than usual compared to the relative size of the pot. On the flop we have to see what similar spot is provided by PLO Mastermind, which also includes turn and river transitions. Button versus big blind is similar because 50% raising range versus 40% calling range is similar to our situation. And the flop Queen 4-3 two-toned is the most similar spot to Jack 5-3 two-toned, which is provided to us. Yusuf checks and Rob bets 40% pot with an open ender, low flush draw and 4 set outs, which is standard with his combo draw. Yusuf makes the right play by only calling top 2 here. A lot of players make the blunder to raise top 2 with no backup here. But against almost every hand that continues here, top 2 will be behind in equity. As a rule, only raise top 2 when you have an additional flush draw or straight draw. On the turn, the 10 of clubs is the most similar turn we can analyze in the PLO Mastermind solver. Yusuf checks and Rob bets again. With his hand, this is not recommended. First, he blocks a lot of hands that call the flop but fold turn like a bad open ender or a bad flush draw. Second, he would get in an awful spot if Yusuf raises his bet. Yusuf has a very clear call here. The river brings in some straights and Yusuf decides to check. As a note, all checks of Yusuf are standard. He should not have a leading range on flop, turn or river. Rob decides to bluff with his missed draw here. Because he's not blocking any value here and he blocks a lot of missed draws, this hand is a horrible choice to bluff with and he should just give up. With Yusuf's hand, the solver is fine to bluff catch or fold. Exploitatively, probably knowing that Rob bluffs way too many missed draws here. He makes the right call and rewards himself by winning a 24,000 euro pot. What are the things we can learn from this hand? First, limping a lot small blind versus big blind with additional dead money is a good strategy. Second, with top 2 on a flop in a high SPR pot on a board that can change a lot, only raise with additional backup like a flush draw or straight draw. Third, betting a hand on the turn that blocks a lot of turn folds and additionally does not know what to do against the raise is a very bad idea. Fourth, bluffing the river is again a bad idea when you block all the draws but no value, even if you have no showdown value at all. Fifth, bluff catching the river is often plus minus 0 V against the balanced solver range. So think about whether willing is over, under bluffing, respectively value betting too much or too less, and make a decision mainly based on that. Blockers are relevant, but not that relevant as you probably think. On this board, the solver likes to value bet pot with a set most of the time, because the backdoor straight is not that likely in villain's hand. Usually, people do not value bet pot with a set here, so they are value betting pot too less. So some villains will overbluff and others will underbluff this river. You have to know your opponent.